are here. We are here to teach. We are here to listen. And we are here to advise, telling from our personal experiences, not from any holy book whatsoever. We are not quoting any holy book because the holy books were only written by human beings in order to control. Thank you. And then we have Lamstek. Does spirituality really exist? Until you experience it, you cannot know whether it exists or it doesn't exist. Then we have our sister Pascaline Edwards. She said, yes, Papa. Thank you. So we'll talk later. And then food cycle and picnics is the spirit world to help and guide us in life. Why are different opinions when wanting answers? Of course, the spirit world is there to help and to guide us. And why there are different opinions and when you are wanting answers is because there are so many different people in the world, and each and everyone has their own way of approaching spirituality. It is just take spiritual knowledge and wisdom as a river flowing. This very river can be used for irrigation of food or for fun. This very river that is flowing, somebody can tap that river and use it as in waterboarding that the Americans use in torturing their victims. This very river that is flowing, someone can tap it and churn it to become electricity and get light for others to have light in their darkness. Or this same river that is flowing, someone can use it to get a place flooded and let people die. So there are so many different opinions because there are so many different people. If you are lucky to find the source where you can tap it and use it for good, thank your destiny. And if you are unfortunate to fall into the place where that same river is tapped and it flooded and kills and destroys things, pray to your destiny to take you out of that situation. There are so many different people in the world, and each culture, each ethnic group have their own way of approaching the divine knowledge or wisdom. So don't be alarmed and be worried because why are there different opinions when you're wanting answers? Because there are different people. There's a saying in my Ewe language that you use the stick in your hand when you are confronted with a snake. Whatever stick you have in your hand, when a snake wants to attack you, whether the stick is a big one or a small one, that's the one you try to use to defend yourself. You can't say, oh, because this stick is too small, so let me drop it and run and go and look for it. When you come back, either the snake is gone or it chases you and bites you. So use whatever you have now to learn, to defend yourself, and to learn the real thing. That's all that I can say. Please, let's move on. And then we have a big sister, Luna Nichols. As a former Christian, the Bible teaches that the sins of the fathers are visited upon the child. Yes, that's very true. Of course, the Bible also said that slaves should obey their masters just as they obey Jesus Christ. Is it true? Should it be true? There are so many things that the Bible has said that are not true. People edited by others to use to control other people. So the Bible is not authority on God. It's only an authority in Christianity. The Quran is also not the authority of God, but it's only an authority in Islam. When you go to the Bhagavad Gita, which many people do not know, unless you are a spiritual seeker, the Bhagavad Gita is one of the holy books of the Hindus. We have the Upanishads, we have the Bhagavad Gita, and we have the Vedas and other things in the Hindu philosophy. They are not authority on God, but they are just the authority of the Hindus, the way they approach their divine God, or whatever you call it, providence. It is only to those. But then these books are not authority on God. They were written by men. Who told you that God inspired them? Who told you what my grandfather told me was also not inspired by his God? Thank you, big sister Lona Nicole. And then we have Da Muhammad say, hello, my father. Hello, Muhammad, how are you? Thank you very much for joining the section. I hope you are enjoying and hope your loved ones are fine. We are good here. And then we have Marvelous DVN at Luna Nicole. Then Queen of the Night say, thank you. I mean, like Iyami Aje in Yoruba. Some say witches, mothers of the night, divine forces. Okay, we are talking about Aje or witches. There are so many forms of witchcraft. And people will say that our mothers, sometimes people call it our mothers, just like in the Yoruba word, Iyami. Iya means mother, me means me, so means Iyami, our mother. So the question on Ajay, what was the question? Can we revisit the Queen of the Nile's question? I think it's the top. Let me see. Now she has come with what she's calling the Goddess of the Night or Queen of the Nile. Okay, so say we want to explain what the Queen of the Nights are. Honestly, I do not know what is the work of the witches. One, because I'm not a witch. But what I know about witches is that they do bad things to people who are not in line with them, but they do good things to people who are in alignment with them. That's why at Africa Magic Temple, when we do a ritual or we do a reading for you, and we find that our mothers, Iyami, Aje, Minana, Nyano, are part of your challenges, we ask them, what should we do for them to leave you or leave the person alone? And once they have given direction and we follow, definitely they will leave you alone. Because in one of my lessons from my teacher, Tobetuji, he said, after God, it is the witches. Which means that if there is anything called God, next to him are the witches. So there is no way you as an individual human being, as long as you cannot overcome God, so you can also not overcome the witches. So you should be someone who will listen to why they attack people and what free, what do they call it, their claws or their grip. So that is what it is. So at our shrine, we don't fight them. We compromise and we appease them, and they leave whatever they are attacking, because they are not a force you can easily overcome. That's what I know about them. And then Scott is saying, what is Afa and how can I have one in possession? Afa is the wisdom of divination, knowledge of present, past, and the future. And you can only have Afa through initiation. And you must find a teacher who has Afa, who can introduce you or initiate you into Fa and have Fa. It is not a talisman that they can sell and send to you. It's a whole process that you have to go through to be initiated. Thank you very much, Scott CM. And then Lamstek said, is reincarnation real? Yes, it is. That's why we kept talking about it. That's what we have been discussing. If reincarnation were not real, people in the Bible wouldn't have said that Jesus Christ was Elijah come back. If reincarnation were not real, the Yorubas will not call anybody Babatunde, Iyatunde, Yetunde, and all this thing. And the accounts wouldn't have any name like Ababio. And I believe in other cultures, there may be similar names that glorify reincarnation. So reincarnation is real. And in science, it is said that, what is it? Is it atom or cannot be destroyed? They can only, energy cannot be destroyed, can only mutate and change forms, but it can never be destroyed. And our inner selves, our souls are the energy that is running this physical body. It cannot be destroyed. It can only change, mutate, and take different forms, but it cannot. So definitely there is reincarnation. And then Kwakumak is saying, okay, well, I'm grateful to you, Kwakumak. And then Joe's Lord is saying that, please, how long do you have to be feeding your Afa? Oh, once you have been initiated, your teacher or your Bokor, your masters should be able to tell you. When you are initiated into Fa, they should be able to guide you. Unless, of course, you were given Fa without you being there physically, which is actually not possible, unless, of course, maybe you were in your mommy's tummy when Afa was given to you. Then, of course, you don't know. But the people who had initiated you, once you are born and you are growing up, they are supposed to be telling you. When you want to feed your Afa, you do a spiritual consultation with your Fa to find out what your Fa wants you to use in feeding it, and when your Afa wants you to feed it. There are situations that you can feed your Afa now, and within 2-3 days' time, your Afa again will ask you to feed it again. It depends on what your Afa has seen and wants to work on it for you, and needed something to energize it to work on your behalf. So I can't tell how many times Afa can be fed. You have to ask your Afa, and it will tell you. Thank you very much, Lord. And then we have a marvelous, okay, go move it up small, I think. Okay, we have Koku Market. How can we liberate ourselves spiritually as blacks, if not precisely Africans, in this age? I don't know. What can black people to do to liberate themselves? But I will suggest that black people should select good leaders. And if black people are able to select and elect good leaders, it can cover a lot of the challenges that black people have all over the world. So black people should select good leaders, not thieves and hypocrites, to be their leaders. That's all that I can say. And then we have a fear suite 2 at Joe's Lord. Joe's Lord said, I am. Okay. Then we have Carabas. They tell them to turn the noise down. Thank you. Then Lamstek is saying, how can one experience spirituality? By engaging oneself into spirituality. You cannot experience something that you are not involved with. You can only experience something that you get yourself involved with. You can't sit down and they are doing a movie somewhere in a movie house and you sit in your house. Can you watch the movie? You can't. Until you go to where the movie is being shown, then you can experience the movie and you can see the movie. Sit down idle and sit at one place and experience something that is not happening at where you are. You can only experience spirituality when you get yourself engaged into spirituality. Thank you. Then Scott CM said, I would love to have an audience with you. What is involved? Call our number, make your enquiries. They will tell you what is involved. Then Queen of the Night says, thank you so much. People tend to just associate them with bad, but as you say, two sides of a knife. Yes, exactly. There's always two sides of the knife. The knife can kill, and the knife can also give life. Thank you. Then food, cycle, and picnics. Thank you, sir, for taking time to explain and answer my question. I appreciate it. You are very much welcome, food, cycle, and picnics. I'm grateful. Then we have a possible one. Say, does Afar has ranks? When you get into Far, they will tell you. Then we have Scott CM. So Afar has both traits. I don't understand that, but Afar is a very wide thing. It's as I said, Afar is a discipline, I would say, discipline and of knowing present, past, and future. It's a way of, it's an instrument of divination to know, to look into God, to look into the spirit world, to be able to draw something from there and work on it and send back there. And Afar is a two-way thing. It takes things into and bring things from. That's how Afar is. So it's a many things, and there are so many different forms of Afar. It's not just one Afar. We have different disciplines in Afar. And then, of course, when you get initiated, you move as you are initiated and get initiation into other things that will make Afar work for you. Yeah, there are so many things but the basic initiation is the beginning of knowing what Afar is. Please put the air conditioner off. I think this day the air conditioner is not making noise like before, or it is still.
When usually like this, it doesn't make noise, but when we start it fresh, this one it's like it's starting to pick up. But once it picks,
It's just like Nika Nika. No, Nika Nika is When you start it first, you make back, 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 tuk, 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 and then it picks up, and when it gathers speed, then it becomes, oh, is it my back, 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 fall there, and then don't know what happened. The banner, our logo has just fallen out, fallen down. Okay, so Kwame, I thought the live was in Ewe. No, 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 no. The live is in English so that the world can listen to what we are teaching. We are educated Bokors, so our teachings are in English. Where we need to speak Ewe, we'll speak Ewe. Thank you, because it's not everybody in the world that speaks Ewe. Thank you very much. And then Kwame Godson, he said that Kwame Godson said, I thought that the life was in Ewe. No. And then we have a lampstick. Does the Afa demand sacrifices? Yes, Afa demand sacrifice. There is nothing in African traditional spirituality that you don't do sacrifices. Mind you, we are not talking about human sacrifice. We are talking about sacrifices in different forms, but not human sacrifice. Then we have Scott CM. So it is like a portal, but in spiritual terms. Yes, you may say so. Yes, yes, it's a discipline in spirituality. Then Kwaku Mark was laughing, say, ha ha ha. Okay, thank you. Then Kwame God saying that the spirits are letting you know they are around. My spirits, they don't have to let me know they are around. They had always been around. I know them when they are here. I know they are, I call them to come and work with me. So it's not something that they remove the banner that shows that they tell me that they are around. I know when they are around. I know already. Thank you. And then Scott CMC, this is why I love working, and we have to relocate. They have started live streaming, but when they realized that the air conditioner and other things weren't working, we had to relocate into my dining room so we can transmit from here. So if you don't see our logo behind us, this is African Magic Temple Shrine and ReVodution Voodoo Education. So this is your host, Bokor Christopher Voncujovi. Thank you all very much for waiting. We are going to take off now. I'm going to actually do a pour libation, and then After the libation, we will continue taking your comments, your greetings, and your questions. Thank you all very much for having the patience to wait. And we wish our sister, our big sister Luna Nicole, who is now in DC, in the U.S., Washington D.C., District of Columbia, Washington, the District of Columbia, where the seat of government is, doing her lupus. Today they are in a conference of this of lupus conference. It's a lupus conference, and she is joining them, and we wish her very well. Thank you all very much for tuning in to listen to knowledge and wisdom. I am your host, Bokor Christopher Voncujovi. I'm grateful. Yeah, thank you very much. So I'm going to pour libation, and after the libation, we will go on to take your questions and greetings. Thank you all very much. Oh, ago mauga. Ago mauga. Ago mauga. Mauga sobolisa. Medo ago. Mauga kitikata. Medo ago. Medo ago na se. Mauga ese. Ese joto ame joto. Ese nanu ame sete nanu ame wamano fevi. Doko no fevi. Meko hafia milo. Medo ago. Me yo she me ham for a shop, semi for a shop, me do a go. Me yo abraxas, me yo zi adrepo do a go. Yo ta adreto me vime kuna. Wo vesoto. Wo veso. Deka me do a go. Me yo mi ano zoji anyi rizo kakachika zboji adre me ya la fa banya gbe me la pe banya gbe juru hono me yo ra kekelo. We nya yingba ma jo flo la fa kla yingba me do adika. We nya pli me ma teku. Etega. Oh, my yo, a kind, but you for kind, or you a kind, Java kind, Busuva kind, Trovova kind, Menua kind, to Fiava kind, Mammy Ataba kind, a Gava kind. Pelic by Vimagba had your door, Local for Amanda, if you talk about Tromated that you, Miami Nudao, Miami Hogbao, Miami Bewao, Miami Kakua, Miami Pemio, Zango, and Pevira Kemia Hogbesero, that way. Yora Kayo, Jokbata, Jomaku, a Fokama for Lamoji Chima for Voodoo, and Bedio Kukua, toilet for me, Job when you go here. Jogbenye matona ya molo moji otoa anu kware pe venyi le fe mbeto bajo tuzo pe duo me no te fere ka jokwata be le happy ejovo bajo nyenye jokwata ofefia jokwata matrona megbeda molo avifa gbe liedina jokwata no anyi afimia ajolo jokwata jokwata nyi atefe me yo me se be gbo jide to to gbe dente avape loloti zugbo lu ajima ogboju pé odoja lo fe nko me Valentine fafa melu va alo jo na pefu ago sapate meyo tigeli meyo goro vodu meyo ra ken ala fia opo harene melo ya meyo amega sese geja papa sese sister geje no o meyo brahini meyo gbogbochi meyo ngbe meyo foli koko mo ne ke gomni godo kruche kuma komlanga to benyo kuto me fa na yo tonyo kosi poku akubia yo no nye Mary akoso agoku fonyo ko geje tasinye amosi fusi jam koso abrakobra mama nye gbadwe mba to gbenya agoku kofi to gbenya akubia mensa mama nye duro efengbe pekuno kutomene fana milo yo fonyo Celestine ya wakubia Catherine akubia fonya sense ko fonyo ya Ben akubia kutomene fana ni eyeme yo mi asro ewo mvo achuche achufe akubia da chufe kutomene fana olo yame yo Cecilia eka tefe mensa Cecilia akpene eka tefe mensa akpe ekuto mene fana gong o me yo mi awu no tuji boko tuji tokwe tuji me yo ra ko kini hasa pancha bara subara wona na me yo Me Bokor da fili so sofa mu agbowi Bokor afacha wa joge. Ahanami lo kuto mane fana me yo hono le va po hono le gbe abagan to gbe amaze kuto mane fana mi. Yo to gbe na entre tout le jita. To gbe Abraham jivenu le chabe. To gbe fia to si mon kavila benya si to Bokor kuto mane fana mi. No fia la ga kuto mane fana mi lo. Ya we onyo. Gong. Me yo amega koku anatovi ankaima kuto mane fana Bokor kuto mane fana yo happy akoso abaji kuto mane fana mi. Gong. Dagbe jime yo mi do lam sesen jime yo mi dagbe jime yo mi do nkogbe yi jime yo mi do ime yo mi de kujo ime yo mi de dojo ime yo mi de nyajo ime yo mi de ahejo ime yo mi de kojo akoi dagbe evi dagbe asi dagbe ko be jime lam sesen dagbe di jime yo mi do lo ho hana mi anu yana kuto mane fana mi me yo Harrison George Ajovu me yo Bokor Komla Azuma Agbovi kuto mane fana mi pete o me yo trevivio me yo brahinivio me yo gejevio gbevio po ijimele bachonya nungwa teshi mate mama te suru Carpenter Road vio pete okpo igono Sprinters Road no pete aharami me yo milo me yo awudi dafa me chia pa gbe plevio adape ejagan ba gbodo vi me kwa chia gbodo was me hala obo to me do ago yo mi adi depend poto kele me poto zanu poto viviti me poto awudi dafa me chia pa gbe plevio adape me yo milo dagbe enye evi ko menyo tata ne me ke bete ni adekpe me nefu kum nya tepe me yo klogo ho tichia yo togbe glimdo yo togbe pechu manyamni kwa hara na mi zambote dagbe ji me yo mi dolo yo gogli obosi yo tonu epe yo aklama yo mi da ke yo togbe aplapo yo me yo holuvi akpo tu akpo hen akpo yo mi yo zibizaba gbodo po no gaji gabo polo jaglabo ekheda kaka khenaba je anya koli peje davinda gwamadu kufi jasika powder for harana mi opete vite dagbe lo nya wele mele yo aklama pe me yo ra keke viji ja aklama sronde de cha aklama aya ma srongbo akpo vile le me cha aklama pe me yo ra keke dagbe lo o yema do ago yema yo fana go afagbo ma jezo opopo supe pele to me zoleme me yo ra keke me yo pali gbe meji eku meji woli meji di meji lo so meji ngoli meji abla meji akla meji guda meji sa meji ka meji trupe meji tula meji lete meji che meji fu meji pole che tula me yo klebo vide ke mfu ataba do bo amata de nyade mapo ne dilo dagbe mi yo me yo mi de ka ko me yo mi abese me yo me de ke bla me de ke dara be ke gbolo dagbe ji me yo mi do sia. Okay, now I think you see what I was saying, because when we had a break and people didn't know what was happening, people can come, but when they see that nothing is happening, they will go. But let's see what is going on. So we are on which one? African Magic Temple. And then we have Sena Kwame say, what is the purpose of changing hands during libation? Okay, that's a very beautiful question, Kwame, Sena Kwame. What I was taught by my teachers was that when you are praying to your voodoos or spirits that are still alive, you use your right hand to pray. And when you are praying to people who have passed on, your ancestors, you use your left hand. This is the reason why I use left to pray to my ancestors, and then I use right to pray to the voodoos that I work with. Thank you very much, Sena Kwame, for that question. And then we have DJ A say, does every voodoo have a secret name? Yes, they do. Every voodoo has a secret name, just like how human beings have sometimes, some human beings have nicknames. Yeah. And then we have our sister Zil Harris saying, have a great week, Mr. Bokor. Thank you very much, Zil. Hope you are fine. My greetings to everybody. I think that's all that we have on Africa Magic. And then Senator Kwame said, can we pray to the ancestor without pouring libation? How will you pray to them? They are not Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. How are you going to pray to them? Our prayer in our culture is pouring of libation. How are you going to pray to your ancestors without pouring libation? We are not Christians. We are not Romans. And we are not Europeans. The way we pray to our ancestors is by pouring libation. If you don't want to pour libation to them, then don't think of praying to them. You can go to church. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We are on ReVodution Voodoo Education, and we have a sister, Kadi Fisher, there. Say greetings, Papa. Hello, Kadi. How are you? Thank you very much. You've been here for a while. And then I see Angela Gani Williams also here. Hello, Angie. How are you? Thank you all. Say greetings, Papa. Greetings to you and your lovely families. I'm very grateful that you joined. And then, of course, we have a Montier Tell that had said greetings, Papa. Hello, Montier. How are you? It's been a while. Yeah, I saw your message earlier. Thank you very much for joining today's section. We are very grateful. We are not transmitting at our usual studio because we have challenges with the air conditioner. I wasn't able to buy a new one because it's quite expensive, and I'm going to buy it, but for today, because we had a challenge, and today is Sunday. There's no way I could call the technicians to come and have a look at it. So we have relocated to my dining room where we are transmitting from now. Thank you very much, everybody. And then we are on TikTok. Is that this? TikTok. We have Justina Lanjo saying hi. Hello, Justina. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. I'm grateful. And then we have another person. You do me, I do you. Watching from Germany. Okay, hello. You do me, I do you. I'm grateful that you are able to join. Thank you very much for everything. And then we have Bokor, Shamba Musa, Volu Bokor for that matter. Shamba Musa also joining the section. Hello, Shamba. Okay, we have a DJA saying, what is the difference between a tron and Voodoo? Okay, Voodoo is more like an individual spiritual deity that you work with. A tron become some Voodoos can also change and become a tron when more people gather to work with that same Voodoo. Then that Voodoo, when its outreach is bigger than just an individual outreach, it becomes a tron. So that is the difference between a tron and Voodoo. What I mean by that is that you can have a Voodoo, like, let's say this is Akain, a Voodoo that I had been with for the past how many years, only God knows. It has worked with me in very serious situations. This is my personal Voodoo. But then Akain had helped a lot of other people. So many people now come to work with Akain or let Akain work with them. So Akain is no more like a personal Voodoo, but it has become a tron. That means its outreach is big enough to cover so many other communities. That's what, when a Voodoo's outreach is great enough to cover other communities apart from your small community, that Voodoo becomes a tron. Thank you. Mm-hmm. And then we have Johannes Mikael from Namibia. Say hello, Papa. Long time. Good to see you. Hello, Mikael. How are you? It's been a while. How is Namibia? How are things going on? I hope you and your family are all doing well. I'm grateful that you joined today's section. Thank you. Okay, Senna Kwame says, can we pray to the ancestors? I say no. And then Senna Kwame went on to say, you do not normally show interest in selling spiritual products. Why? Because whatever I teach and I give out is real. And I want the people that I want to work with and people who wants to benefit from my Voodoo, I want to know them. I want to be personal with them so I can assess you, whether you are a real person. When I mean a real person means whether you have love for spirit, whether you have love for your fellow human being, that whatever I will give to you, you will not use it to harm others, but you will use it to help humanity as a whole. That's why I don't just sell things, because everything I do is real. It is not for the money you give me, because when I give you out a spirit or I introduce you to a particular spirit, it's like I'm giving you my secret. I'm also giving you my family, and I want to make sure whether you are a person who can take care of my family. Are you when I say family, I'm not talking of you coming giving me food to eat, but whatever I will introduce to you as a spirit, whether you will be able to take good care of those spirits and make them feel happy, just like the way I do. So if I don't know you and I don't understand who you are, I don't find it very easy just to give you any spirit or sell any spiritual item to you. I have done selling of spiritual oil and soap about 7 years ago, or 8 years ago, and it went on well, and a lot of people benefited from it. But since then, I've been really trying not to, because I want to give out what I have to people who are real, people who actually take good care of whatever I'll give them, because what I am doing today was given to me by some people. And because I take good care of what was given to me and I respect them, and I respect spirits, that's why I am what I am today and helping others. So for me to give you a spirit or give you any spiritual product, I want to know who you are. I can't just give it to you and then you just go and mess it up and start using it to disturb other people. Because what I have, almost everything that I have, is real. It is not fake, and I'm not trying to force anyone to come and get it. This is the reason why I don't give my spiritual products out very easily. They are like my own children, and I cannot just give my child or my children to you if I know you are not a very careful person. Thank you very much, Sena Kwame, for that question. And then we have our brother Mikael, Johannes Mikael in Namibia. Say, I hope you are doing well together with the family. Continue with teaching. None can stop our own culture. You are very right. Thank you very much. And I am praying and hoping that if not this year, by next year, I will reach out to South Africa, including Namibia and the countries over there. I'll be coming over because there's a lot of people wanting me to come over, but I'm putting myself together. And if I am prepared and everything is well, I'll come over and we'll meet physically face to face. Thank you very much, Mikael. And then Mikael again said that Namibia is very well, sir. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you very much, Mikael. Yeah, so. Okay, we are back on TikTok, and then we have Bokor Shamba Musa saying, good afternoon, Papa. Hello, Bokor. How are you? Thank you, and thank you very much for joining today's section. How are you and your family? How is your mom? How is her health? Your dad and your big brother? My regards to the whole family. Thank you very much. Then we have someone with the name Common Sense 122 saying hello. Hello, Common Sense. How are you? Thank you very much for joining our live streaming. It's about Voodoo, Ewe Vodu, and Afa, and of course, spirituality in general. Thank you very much. And then we have Mr. President 1919. Please, where are you located? Which country and city? Mr. President 1919, we are located in Accra, the Republic of Ghana, on the Spinters Road. That's where we are. Thank you very much for joining our section. And then we have Flavor Lynn saying, hello, Nana. Hello, Flavor. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. And then we have Pretty Lady saying, hey, hello, Pretty Lady. How are you? Thank you very much. Let me see the picture of the Pretty Lady. I think I know who that is. Let me see. No, I don't know. Yeah, looks like my daughter, but it's not here. And then, of course, Agbe Vivi, our technical team manager, say Africa Magic Temple is located on the Spinters Road, opposite Freddy's Corner. You can reach us on plus 233 6 266 626. Is it? 0333 262 367578. Thank you very much, Agbe Vivi. We are grateful. Yeah, we are here now. So please, I think Johannes Mikael said, I can't walk to see you, Pap. Yes, I will come to you. If the mountain will not go to Muhammad, Muhammad will go to the mountain. That's what they say. I will come. I will come and I will see you. I will come to Namibia for sure. I will come. We are traveling the whole world. Why not our own country? We will our own continent. We will come. Yes, thank you very much, Mikhail, for that. And then okay, so that's it. Thank you all very much, and we are waiting for your comments, questions, and greetings. And thank you all very much for joining today's session. As I said earlier, our air conditioner downstairs has broken down again. Actually, they started the program there, but before I joined, it was getting too hot in the studios, and they have decided to bring it to the living room and the dining hall. So we are transmitting from our dining hall now. Thank you all very much for being part of today's section. So please, you have questions, please send them to me and let me answer them for you. Let me use this time to talk about spirituality and religion. Most often, people do not know what is religion, and people also do not know what is spirituality. Spirituality is an individual affair whereby you relate to your God personally. You don't need a group. You don't need anything. What you may need most is a teacher who will give you the guidelines to follow so that you can also be an independent person, relying on yourself and your God. There is no intermediary between you and God. That's what spirituality is. Most often, a lot of people who are religious misunderstand or misunderstood by thinking that religion is called spirituality. No, religion is a group thing founded by a particular person, and you are often told that without that human being who was once a human being, you can never see God. That's what religion and all religions preach. And religion follows a particular trend: intimidation, creating fear, and using force. Intimidation, creating of fear, and then using force to make you follow the rules of a group of people who set up that religion. So there's religion is totally different from spirituality. So when you are religious, don't deceive yourself that I am spiritual, which most people who are religious, so we are doing spiritual thing. What spiritual thing are you doing? To go and sing and dance, is that what is spiritual? That is religious. Religion depends on praises and all kind of things to make you feel as if you are worshiping God, but in reality, you are actually looking to God to give you something. You are not worshiping God, and you are not actually praising God, and you are not respecting God or obeying the laws of God. You are just finding a way hypocritically thinking that you can deceive God and get something from him. That's what religion is all about. Maybe you think that when you pray 2 times a day, then God will reward you. You pray 6 times a day, then God will reward you. Or when you dance and sing with a very beautiful God voice, then God will reward you. Those things are just you thinking that you can deceive God. If God is all-knowing and God is all present, which is omnipresent, and God is all-powerful, omnipotent, don't you know that he knows your intentions already? How can you deceive yourself thinking that you are deceiving God? Or you can play God. God is not a table tennis ball that you can play easily, or a game that you can play. Before you think, God already knows, because your inner self represents the God. So whatever you plan is already known to God. So religion is intimidation, fear, and using force to convert, to move people to come into that religion or that particular organization. And if it is not a fear of going to heaven, then it is a fear of you not succeeding because you have not given enough. So spirituality is totally different. It's an individual thing, and you don't need a group. You can, once you got the lessons of life and how to live your life and live in harmony with nature, you are spiritual. And also, sometimes people make the mistake that when people are showing tourism by going into bush and going into rivers and all these things, it's called spirituality. It is not spirituality. Those are just tourist or tourism attractions. It is not spirituality. You use those to attract people who want to have peace of mind. Either they want to live in a commune or live in a place. You see, spirituality is inner self and recognizing and living in harmony with nature. That's what that spirituality is. Going to the mountain and traveling on the mountain and all these things and going to pray in the mountain does not make you a spiritual person. It makes you a tourist. Yeah, that's what it is. So I use this moment to teach about this. And if you have any questions, you can ask me. Spirituality is dealing with your inner self, not an outward showing to other people that you love God. You don't need to show people that you love God or you are worshiping God. You wake up, you and your God alone. You can do all your prayers, do all your libation, do all your necessary things within yourself, within your capacity. And then you are out, whether you had prayed to God, somebody has seen you or haven't seen you. If your heart is sincere and pure, your God will listen to your prayers. That's what spirituality is. Spirituality is not going to dance in the church or in public places for people to see you that you are actually worshiping God. It's not needed. Jesus called those people Pharisees, people who behave like that. They are called in the Bible, according to the Bible, they are called Pharisee. And who is a Pharisee? Hypocrite. Anyone called in the Bible, or if the Bible calls anything Pharisee, what is not a tribe of people, it's not a group of anybody. The general name is Pharisee, but in today's modern English, hypocrite. Somebody who pretend to be what they are not. Hypocrisy. And that's what religion is all about. Thank you very much. These are some new questions there. This okay, we are now on African Magic Temple. We have Sena Kwamisi. Can we pray to the answer? Okay, we have answered that question. And do you normally show interest? You do not. Okay, that one too. Then we have Sena Kwamisi. Is it advisable to use pipe water to pour libation? You can use any water, even pure water. You can even use bottled water to pour libation. It does not matter. Anything that you want to use, you can use. I think you are trying to avoid the use of alcohol, but you have forgotten that alcohol is a natural thing, because even monkeys, elephants, animals for that matter, they go sometimes to drink fermented fruits so that they can get drunk. So if it is alcohol you are trying to avoid, it's fine. We will know it already, because from your questions, you think that alcohol is a sin. There's nothing sinful about alcohol. Everything you do in life, when you do it in excess, and it will affect your body and affect your inner self, that's why it's called a sin, but it's not really a sin to do anything. Sex, food, alcohol, happiness, enjoyment, they are not sin. It does not make you, if you are eating meat, doesn't stop you, God from working with you, or spirit world from working with you. And if you are a vegetarian, it does not make you special that God or spirit will like you more than people who eat meat. So let us be very straightforward. Hypocrisy is the thing that kills a lot of people's spiritual ambitions. Because people thought that when they are pretending to be, oh, I don't eat animal, I eat vegetables. So what? Don't you know that vegetables are also living things? And you kill them, and you don't, because they are not shouting, and you can't hear their shout or their language. So you think that they are not feeling pain. Please, somebody, it has gone. Plants also react, they also feel pain. If you can understand the language of plant, when you go to the plant and you want to pluck it, they react, but because you cannot hear their language, or you can't hear their sound, you feel that it is okay. And you think that, oh, maybe when you catch a goat or chicken, they are shouting and make bang, 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 bang. So that means you are committing a crime, or you are committing a sin. Being a vegetarian or eating vegetables doesn't make you spiritual at all. Maybe health-wise, you will be avoiding certain health conditions. That's all. And drinking alcohol doesn't make you a sinner. Most people coming from Christian backgrounds or religious background taught that when you eat alcohol, or when you eat meat or drink alcohol, you are committing some sin against God. No. In our culture, we even have a Ochosi. We have Ade. And all this thing is not coming. My monitor, yeah.
I know the video. You can see the video.
You have to touch your. Okay. And the people thought that when they do those things, that makes them spiritual. It is never true. Spirituality is your pureness or your purity in your heart towards your fellow human being and towards nature and towards the whole creation. That's what spirituality is. There are a lot of people who say they are vegetarian, but they are very wicked people. There are a lot of people who say we don't drink, but the behaviors that they do or their attitudes towards other people and towards life is so much wickedness. How do you think God and nature can accept you when you are a hypocrite? Let's go. Let's go to. So we are back on ReVodution, Voodoo, education. Let's see if there's any question there. Okay, we finish all questions from ReVodution, Voodoo, education, and then on African Magic Temple, and then I think we have one question from Sesena Kwame. Say, how do you pour libation when you live in a flat? We have taught this one many times, and maybe today is your first time here, or you had been here before. You see what I have here? It's a bowl of sand. People call it F. Americans call it dirt. You fetch a bowl of sand in whatever container you can have, and you put it in any place in your room where you feel that you want to pray to your ancestors and pray to the spirit world. And this, you can pour libation into it, and God, spirits, your ancestors, and nature will all receive and accept it. You don't need to come down, or you don't need to create a big altar. People say that you need to set up altar, put pictures on it before. No, those things are just people who do not know what they are doing. It is not pictures that matter. The image that is in your mind and your concern, the way you look at what you are doing. Because at the end of the day, your ancestors are all running in your blood, in your DNA. Whether you represent them by picture or not, they are inside of you. And how you revere them in your mind. It is said that the mind is the seat of God. So how you revere your ancestors is known to them. They can see, they can feel it. It is not when you put their picture and put the water and all this in front of them. That's when they will see that you are praying to them. So get a bowl, pour sand into it, find a place in your, wherever, whether in your room or outside your room, and then anytime you want to call your ancestors and the spirits of nature, you go there, you pour libation. Simple. It's not anything. You don't need a rocket science to know how to pour libation to your ancestors and spirits of nature. Thank you very much. And then we have a DJ said, during the pouring of libation, can a voodoo you are not initiated into be mentioned? Yes, you can still mention voodoos that you are not initiated into. However, if you want to have a direct connection with the voodoos that you mention, and you to have a direct benefit from them, then you can get initiated into them or get introduced to them. But somehow you can still mention their names and pour libation to them. But if you want to have more direct benefits from them, then you need to get initiated into them. Thank you very much, DJ, for that question. Thank you. Yeah. I was seeing some questions on this place. This is TikTok. Okay. So we had gone through Mr. President 1919. And they say, and then we are now in Common Sense, who said hello, and the Chamba Musa, Bokosamba Musa, who said good afternoon, Papa. And then someone say, you do me, I do you, watching from Germany, yes. And then we have Justina Lanjo saying, hi, hello, Justina, how are you? Thank you very much for joining today's session. And then we have someone with the name Easy J. Greetings to you, Baba. Hello, Easy J. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. I'm grateful. Hope you and your family are doing well. And then Easy J again wins greetings to you and greetings to you too. And then we have Priscilla. My first time here. Hello, Priscilla. How are you? Thank you very much for joining African Magic Temple ReVodution Voodoo Education on TikTok, Facebook, Clubhouse, YouTube. We are here every Sunday. We teach about African traditional spirituality and how people can get connected to spirit world and work with spirit and live in harmony with nature. That's what we teach here. Thank you very much for joining. Then we have Born Grace. He said, Daddy, I'm into spirituality and I used to encounter many entities. Okay, Born Grace, that's very interesting. Spirituality has so many entities, seen and unseen ones, so it depends on what you have been encountering. Thank you very much for joining today's section. If you have questions, you can ask me, and if I know the answers, I will answer you. And then we have somebody here with the name Versace, with Love. He said, name, please. I need more money. Yeah, go to the bank. They always keep money there at the bank. When you go to bank, tell the bank manager that you need money. And I believe if they have rules and regulation, they will tell you and they can give you money. I'm sorry. This is a spiritual platform. It's not a bank. Thank you very much. And then we have philanthropist Kwasi from Accra. Hello, philanthropist. Who is Kwasi from Accra? I hope you are fine. My regards to all your loved ones. Thank you very much. And then we have Stephen, Great Britain and United States of America. Say good evening, Dad. Hello, Stephen. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. And then we again encounter Versace. Say, name, I need money. Yes, go to bank. Banks have money. They will give you. When you need money, tell the bank that you need money and they will give to you. Thank you very much. This is a spiritual platform. It's not a bank and it's not a loan company and it is not a microfinance company. It is just a spiritual platform. Thank you. And then we have Roberta Naki. Say good evening, Daddy. Hello, Roberta. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. I'm grateful that you are here. And then we have Liberia and Sweden, Liberia, America, and Sweden. Okay, it's very surprising, but I don't know. Say, how are you, sir? I am good, and how are you too? Thank you very much for joining today's section. And then there's a name with someone with the name Joy is coming. Say, good evening, Papa. Hello, good evening, Joy is coming. How are you? Hope you are good. Yeah, thank you for joining today's section. And then Born Grace is a hello, Papa. Please, good evening. I think this one came earlier. Thank you very much, Born Grace, and good evening to you and your loved ones. We have the Sun God. Say good evening, sir. Hello, Sun God. Thank you very much for joining our section. I hope you are fine and your loved ones are doing well. You are very much welcome to African Magic Temple ReVodution Voodoo Education. Ewe Vodu. Thank you. And then we have Khalifa, say watching live from the USA. Hello, Khalifa. How are you? Thank you very much for tuning in. And then philanthropist is Kwasi from Accra. Hello, Kwasi. How are you? Thank you very much for joining. And then we have Miran Nelson, 00, say, I'm Amma from Accra. I need your help, please. Hello, Mira Nelson. Please, you get in contact with our number. It's in our profile, and you can make all the enquiries, and they will give you direction. And then we have a Flavor Lynn. Say hello, Nana. Hello, Flavor Lynn. Thank you very much for joining. Hope you are fine and your loved ones are doing well. Then we have Push a Ton. Say hi, good evening. Hi, Push a Ton. Thank you very much for coming and joining today's section. I'm grateful to all of you joining our section. Yeah. So please, if you have questions or you have something that you want to share, so we can all share it for other people to learn. That's what we do here. Thank you very much. And then we have Stephen that's from the UK, and the UK says, please, I need your number, Dad. Hello, Stephen. Our number is in our Facebook profile, it's on our YouTube, and it's also in our TikTok profile. You can always access it from there. Okay, so we are still here with them. Then we have Stephen who said, I need your number. Yes, so our number is in our Facebook, in our TikTok, in our YouTube, and I think even Clubhouse. We all have our numbers there, so you can call and they will attend to you. Then we have a black man say, good evening, sir. Hello, black man. Good evening to you. You are very much welcome to this program. Hope you are fine and your loved ones are doing well too. And then Born Grace said, Daddy, please, I have different spiritual gifts and I wanted to sustain them all. Okay. When you have spiritual gifts, how do you know that these are spiritual gifts? Have you ever taken any spiritual training anywhere, or it is just you feel that these are gifts that are given to you? You can elaborate on them, and then maybe we can break them down and also probably guide you to know how to keep your spiritual gifts. And then we have a AMBE say, hi, are bulletproof charms real? I don't know. I'm not a soldier. I'm a spiritualist. And if bulletproof charms are real, until you test them with bullet and it did not work, the bullet couldn't penetrate or do anything, that you can tell. But I don't know. So I'm not a soldier. I have not gone to battlefield where they will shoot me and I'm wearing my bulletproof and I did not die. So then I can tell, or I haven't seen anybody wearing the bulletproof or whatever and the person was shot physically. I don't know. However, we have protection amulets that we always wear to protect us from spirits and from negative energies. So when you say whether bulletproof charms are real, I cannot tell. I'm not making any bulletproof charms for anybody, so I cannot tell. But if I make a bulletproof charm for you, then I must test it if it is working. Then I can prove and tell you that it is working. Thank you very much. And then we have a CAM 777. Is it possible that I can go to the shrine to know the names of my ancestors to the 7th generation? The shrine doesn't have the names of your ancestors because the people at the shrine do not know your ancestors. They are not coming from your generation, so they don't know who are your ancestors. So there is no way a shrine can tell you the name of your ancestors. The name of your ancestors should be written in your family tree and in your family records, whether orally or written. No shrine anywhere in the world can tell you the names of your ancestors because they do not belong to your family. Ancestors are people who you share the same bloodline with, and they are the only ones who can say so. So in case you are looking for your ancestors, go back to your hometown, connect with your fathers, your uncles, your aunties, and learn the name of your ancestors. It's not the shrine who is going to give you the name of your ancestors. If any shrine tells you that I'm going to give you the name of your ancestors, then that shrine should be related to you on a bloodline. And then the person knows your bloodline and can call them. But any shrine or any priest that you have never known, and you go to consult them, and they are going to tell you the name of your ancestors, will be deceiving you. Be wise. Thank you very much. And then let's go back to, which one is this one? Is it the same? What is this?
Yes,
Where is this one coming from? TikTok.
yes, please. That one, this one is a bit more faster, but I can't post here, so I went here to write the number.
Okay, so okay, we will be looking at both. Yeah. So we have a Chibuzo Tura Irete, my brother there. Say good evening, great papa and AMT family. Thank you very much, Bokor. Baba, how are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. I saw your video and this thing yesterday, and I'm very happy. You are doing well. May the ancestors and the spirits that you work with, and the nature spirits, and the gods that you work with continue to open the doors of wisdom to you so that you can be in a position to teach and to guide other people. I'm grateful that you joined today's section. And then we have Dave. He said, please, Papa, your location. Dave, we are in Ghana. We are in Accra, and we are on the Spinters Road. We have, they have posted our location and everything there on the Spinters Road. You can always locate us. Yeah. And our telephone number is also in our profile. You can call to make sure we know who is coming to see us. Then we have Brian, 23. Say, please, do you work with marriage issues? Yes, we work with everything that concerns human problems. No matter where you are, we work on everything that concerns human progress. We have just won a very serious marriage problem case in the UK, and we are very happy that the case was won in our favor, where the two families or the two parties in the family come together again, forget about what the lawyers and the police were trying to do to break the marriage, but we brought them back together. Thank you very much, Brian 23. And then we have a push-a-ton and say, please, is it good to call the spirit of your dead parents? Yes, of course, that's what we call ancestral veneration. We always call our ancestors. So when if you saw me in the beginning, I was calling the names of my ancestors to my grandfather and my great-grandfathers, my aunties, my sisters, my brothers, and my parents, for that matter. I was pouring libation to them. Yes, it is. When we say we pour libation, we call our dead ancestors, our parents, our immediate family, and sometimes our distant families and friends. Thank you. And then I think that's the last one. There we have Dave. He said number 3. He said, Papa, please, your location. We are in Accra on the Spinters Road. And then we have Lovelace Kujo Doji. Is it Doji? It should be Dodo. Okay, Kujo Dodo. Saying, sending us a rose flower ×4. Thank you very much. And then Arimeyawu Size also sent us a rose flower. Thank you very much. I'm wishing you all very well. And then Lovelace Kujo Dodo had said earlier, greetings and greetings to you and your loved ones. I'm grateful you are here. Then Big Shaggy saying hello. Hello, Shaggy. How are you? Thank you very much for joining the section, and I'm grateful to you for joining. Hope you are fine and your loved ones are fine. And then we have Felix Asari. Pojo, hi, good evening, Chief. Hello, Felix Pojo, how are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. It is my first time joining you. Thank you very much. I am very, very grateful that you joined. We teach about African traditional spirituality, especially Ewe Vodu. That's what we do here. Thank you very much. And then we have Z, who is laughing. I think I said something funny. Maybe because the guy wanted money. I told him to go to bank. I don't know. So it sounds funny, but thank you very much, Z. And then we have General 5 stars. Hey, maybe small. General, 5 stars. Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you. It says a peace to the black nation, gods and black goddesses. Thank you very much, General 5 star. We are grateful that you joined. Hope you are fine. And then we have a philanthropist, say Baba, hello. And then Eric Brown said, good evening. My name is Eric. Hello, Eric. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's live streaming. This is African Magic Temple ReVodution Voodoo Education. We educate people in Voodoo and teach people about our Africanness. Thank you very much. And then we have a Ras Fiki you saying greetings. Greetings to you, Ras Fiki. Thank you very much for joining today's section. And we are live streaming from African Magic Temple in Accra. And then we have Baba as philanthropist. He said, Baba, I always dream of numbers, but I don't understand. Today is 7228. I'm sorry, I don't understand that one too. I don't know what that will be. There are certain people who are very special about numbers and they go on talking about, if you see this number, this is what I mean. I am not in that category yet. Maybe one day I'll master them. Of course, I did numerology so many years ago. I still have some memory of that. But when you are saying you had 7228, then you add the 7 plus 2 will give you 9, plus 2 will give you 11, plus 8 will give you what? 19. And 19, you add 1 plus 1, you get 10. Then you have a number 1 as per numerology. Thank you very much. And then Arimeyawu says, it's a good evening, sir. Hello, good evening. Thank you very much for joining the section. And then we have African Arts NFTs. Say the best answer to go to the bank for dollar, you are the best Oboato. Thank you very much, African Art NFTs for Oboato. Hallelujah. Then we have Don Baba Easy saying, good evening. How do you know your purpose on earth? Yes, it's a very good question, Don Baba Easy. Thank you very much for joining today's section, and we'll all learn from whatever questions you pose. I hope you and your loved ones are fine. So yeah, I said, Don Baba, to know your purpose in life, I will advise that you should get initiated into Afa or Ifa. When you get initiated into Afa and Ifa, it is highly possible that you know your purpose on this earth. Some of us who have been initiated into Afa, which the Yorubas call Ifa, we know our purpose in life. That's why we are on this path. So get initiated, and then you will surely know your purpose on this earth. Thank you very much for that beautiful question. And then we have Innocent Kwajo. Innocent Kwajo say, good evening, Nana. I'm Kwajo, Innocent from Kumasi. Hello, Innocent Kwajo. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. If you have some questions to ask Innocent, ask me. If I can answer, I will. If I cannot, I will tell you I don't understand it. Thank you. And then philanthropist is a Baba. I always dream of numbers. Yes, but I don't understand today. Yeah, today is 7. I said that if you add it in numerology, you come to finally come into the number 1. So I don't know what that would mean for you, but you should get to know the people. I think there are so many of them on the internet also who know about numbers. They probably will go into that. What I teach here now is African Voodoo and spirituality, our traditional Ewe Vodu and Afa. That's what I try to explain here. But then I'm not more that much into numerology. But that doesn't mean it is not a spiritual discipline. It is. I had passed through that at one time. Yeah. Then we have Don Baba Easy saying, how can someone know his purpose on earth? When the person gets initiated into Afa or Ifa, they will know their purpose of coming on this earth. Okay, let's move up then. So we have someone here with the name Abrantier. Hello, Baba. My name is Eric, and this is my first time seeing your page. Okay, thank you very much, Eric. We are very grateful, and we are here every Sunday. We have been here for the past 7 years. Every Sunday, we try to teach. So if today is your first day of joining us, you are very much welcome to African Magic Temple, ReVodution, Voodoo Education. Yeah. And then we have Dede. I always wonder, does one not have to exchange some type of destiny? Peace. Why should you exchange destiny for spirituality? Spirituality is to boost your destiny, so why do you have to exchange it? Spirituality is supposed to give you a clear understanding of your own life. That's all that it is. So why do you have to exchange anything? It is people who do not know what they are saying in spirituality who will always tell you that you have to exchange something for something. Why should you exchange what you are trying to boost? You want to have peace in this way, you want to learn it, then will you exchange your peace for whatever? No. Spirituality is not to exchange anything for another thing. In real spirituality, you are only trying to understand yourself and know how to boost your destiny so that you can have peace in life. That's all. And we have Z at Z saying yes. Go ahead. And then I think what I said that it was about the money was laughing. So go to bank. Of course, I'm not a money maker. I don't have printing money machine in my house. And no spirits bring any money to anybody. So people should stop that thought in their mind, thinking that if you are doing spirituality, then the spirit will bring money. Who told you that spirits they have printing press? Money mint and minting money. Don't let what do you call it, scammers deceive you and take everything, the last thing you have from you, thinking that you will become rich without working. If you want to be rich, you want to be successful, work. Do business, work. No spirit has a bank that they are going to open and send money to you. Then we have Don Baba Easy, say hi Baba, hello. And then we have Bonjour Tourist, say at Bonjour Tourist. And then we have a black man say, I am really enjoying your program, sir. If I may ask, is my late junior brother my ancestor? Yes, once the person passes on, we put them all into the group of ancestors. So you can also pray. Even me, my son who died, I regard him as an ancestor and I pour libation to him. Thank you very much, black man. And then we have MMC Molato. Yeah, hello, how are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. Say, I missed the live today. That we have just started. You haven't missed anything at all. We have just started because we were having some challenges at our studios downstairs. So we moved to the top. Thank you very much for this. I just joined now. I hope everything went well. Yes, we are on. You have not missed that much. People were just asking questions. You can still access all these questions. They are there already. So thank you very much. And my answer to the questions are also there. Then we have a King Presido 33. Say, please, can I be a member? There is no membership in African Magic Temple, please. And then King Presido 33 say, good evening. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining. African Magic Temple does not have membership, please. So there's nothing to join. Yes, we are not a lodge. We are not a cult. We are only a shrine teaching about spirituality. If you are interested in learning, join this Sunday live streaming, or you can take our number and come to the shrine and ask questions for your personal things, how you can turn your good fortunes on. That's what that it is. There is no membership of African Magic Temple. Then MMC Mulatto saying, okay, yeah. And then philanthropist at philanthropist, God bless you to my understanding, meaning the number 19 is my date of birth and 10 becoming 1. So you are a number 1 personality. That's how they will say it. You are a number 1 personality. So if you are seeing those numbers, it's talking about the number 19. And the 19 add together will give you 10. 1 plus 9 gives you 10, and 10, when you remove the 0, you end up with the number 1. Because long time ago, when numbers were being written, there was no 0. It was later added, and all this came from the Arabs. And then Nick T say, Papa, where is your location? Hello, Nick T. Thank you. We are in Accra, Ghana, on the Spinters Road. We have our telephone number in our profile on TikTok. You can always get that number and call to ask for more questions. Thank you. Then we say, why? Then we have one person with the name Why Rush. Yes, that's a good name. Why Rush? You don't have to rush. Just keep doing what you are doing and do it well. And at the right time, everything will come on well for you. And then we have Why Rush asking the question, how can I get initiated? You can get initiated by getting to know a spiritual person who will initiate you. Initiation simply means introduction, who will introduce you to the spirits that he work with. And that's how you get initiated. By getting initiated into the spirits that he works with does not mean that you are being initiated into the whole world's spirits. It is what you are introduced into is what you get initiated into. So one person can get thousands and thousands of initiations, which simply means they get introduced to many, many, many other spirits. A lot of time people thought that when you say, I get initiated, means it is one thing and it is for everything. It's not. You only get initiated into what you are being initiated into, but not another thing. But if you get initiated into many, then you can say, oh, I'm initiated into this, I'm initiated into that, I'm initiated into that. That's what initiation is all about. So why rush? You can always get initiated when you meet a spiritual teacher and he is willing to initiate you. Thank you. Then they say, I'm not a GH, but I wanted to stop by when I was in GH. I'm just really scared and want some clarity. There is nothing to be scared about when you are looking for a real spirituality. It's only people who are looking for things that do not exist in spirituality are the ones who get deceived and sometimes get taken advantage of. For instance, you don't want to work, but you want to be rich. Listen very well. You don't want to work, but you want to be rich. Why wouldn't they deceive you? If the person who said they are going to make you rich, they themselves are looking for your money, why couldn't they make themselves rich and stop looking for your small money? Think and think again. Other than that, all spiritualities are just clean and pure. Thank you. And then Stick Mellow is a greeting, sir. How do I build an indoor altar, and also how do I perform my prayers and rituals? You can choose to build your indoor altar just by getting your table, putting things that you are spiritual items. I'm not talking about dolls and I'm not talking about toys. Get real spiritual items, and those things can be on your altar. And you can pour libation to them by getting a bowl in your room, put sand into it, and pour libation into them. A lot of time people just go and buy anything looking African or looking Mexican or looking something, and they put on their altar and they begin to tell themselves that they have spirituality or spiritual things on their table. Spiritual items or icons or entities are real things. They are not just dolls. All these things you see on my table here, you see this? It has a name and there is something in it. This one has a name, there's something in it. This one has a name, there's something in it. This one has a name, there is something in it. This one has a name, there's something in it. And this one has a name, there is something in it. This one too has a name, and there's something in it. This bag also has a name, and there's something in it. In it, That something in it are all spirits. What do I mean by that? These are physical, material things, but they were made in such a way that a spirit can now connect and dwell in it and use this as their base to connect and do work. That's what spiritual things are. You don't just go and buy anything looking African or looking anything and then come and put it on your altar and you tell yourself that you have spiritual things. Spiritual things are real things. I have been in Germany, I think it's about a year ago, when I came back from Germany, when we went for a research that some of our Ewe Vodu items and icons and entities were taken away for about 130, 140 years, and they were kept in the museums and were taken by the missionaries. They were kept in museums. When we went there to see them, they were still alive, and each one had something to tell us when we consult them. So spiritual things are real things. So when you want to build an altar, get some real spiritual things. If you cannot get any real spiritual things at all, just fetch water and put on your altar. That one is alone is enough. You can pour that water for your ancestors every day and tell them that you have given them water. Thank you very much. Then we have Christian Patrice. He said, hello, good evening. Hello, Christian. How are you? Thank you very much for joining today's section. I'm very grateful. How are you? Hope everything is well with you. If you have some questions on what we are discussing here, you can. It's just a general platform. People ask questions about our African traditional spirituality, and that's what I am trying to answer. And then we have Ewe Nam Cindy saying good evening. Hello, Ewe. How are you? Thank you very much. And I heard about yesterday. I think yes, I think it was yesterday or something. Unless of course I'm making a mistake of the person. Well done. Thank you very much, and good evening to you. And then we have Why Rush. It's a good day, Uncle. How do I get initiated into Ifa? Okay, why rush? To get initiated into Ifa or Afa, you have to get in our area in Ghana, we call it Afa, or in Ewe, we call it Afa, and I think the Igbos and other people also call it Afa. And then in the Yoruba context, it's called Ifa. If you are in a Yoruba place, then look for a Babalawo who knows very much about Ifa and who can initiate you. But if you are in our setting on the Afa area, which is our Ewe land, and also maybe Igbo and other ethnic groups in Nigeria who may call theirs also Afa, get to the chief priest. In Ghana, we will tell you to look for the Bokor. Bokor means a priest of Afa, which in Yoruba they call them Baba Alawo. Get them, and they will guide you and tell you the things that you need to do to get initiated into Ifa. Thank you very much, Why Rush. Then let's go. We have Media Wura. Say, I'm Media Wura. Okay, hello, Media Wura. Thank you very much for joining today's our live streaming on Africa Magic Temple, ReVodution, Voodoo Education. Thank you. I hope you are fine and your loved ones are good. Then we have Dede number 3. Say, thank you for the clarity, Papa. Dede, you are very much welcome. And then we have Don Baba Easy saying, what are the processes of the initiation or Ifa, and how do I consult you? Don Baba Easy, we are in Ghana. If you want to know the processes of Ifa or Afa initiation, please contact the number and they will book an appointment for you for consultation, and then these things can be explained to you. Thank you very much. And then we have a name with someone saying No More 26 saying good evening. Good evening, No More. How are you? Thank you. Your names are very interesting names. So I'm very surprised, but it's good that you have these interesting names. It makes me feel very happy. Thank you for coming. And how are you? How is your family and your loved ones? I hope you are all fine. Thanks a lot for joining today's section. And then we have African Art NFTS. It's a modern initiation. Is to study with you, Baba, and learn. We are always here. I am always here to teach. Thank you very much, African Art NFTS #1. And then Why Rush saying thank you, and thank you too. Then we have Mira Nelson say, I am running my own business. Things are not going well for me. Okay, Mira Nelson, what you do is that when in your life, not only in business, but in everything in your life, whether it is in sickness, it's in business, it's in relationship, or it is about your life as a whole, whatever it is. When things are not going the way you wish and want them to go, my advice is do a spiritual consultation with a competent spiritualist. I'm not talking about people who come on TikTok and then wear big talismans and then put money in front of them and make as if they are so rich that money is not anything for them. Not such people. Those people are scammers. They are not spiritualists. They only pretend to be spiritualists. They don't know anything about spirituality. They are there to actually swallow you up. The little that you have, they want to take it from you. That's why they would display money and all things in front of them to make you think that they have money. And when you go there, you also get some. It's all lie. It's like, what would I say? Putting a bait. Put a bait into the river, put a small bait, and then if the fish come and eat it, then you pull it, then you catch the fish. That's what those people who do those things at all. I have power. I can fly at night. I can go this place like pastors are doing. They're all liars and thieves. Yeah, they know that people are suffering and they take advantage of them, and they know people are vulnerable, so they take advantage of people, and that's what they are doing. Real spiritualists do not demonstrate power anywhere. And real spiritualists do not pour money, spread money, and use it as a bait to attract people so they can take advantage of them. Real spiritualists are simple people who talk in very simple terms because they know that they themselves are just ordinary human beings. It is nature and God that has power. And if you are in harmony with those things, you will also have peace in your life. And with money, with success, with progress comes peace. So I will advise that you look for a spiritualist, a real one, and do a spiritual consultation with them. And then whatever is blocking your way, whatever is stopping you from moving on, whatever is happening before your business is not going the way you wanted it to go, it will come out in the spiritual consultation, or what the Americans normally call reading. And in that reading, whatever is happening in your life that is hidden behind the curtain that you cannot see and no one can see, and that's why you are always falling down and trying but not succeeding, the reading or the spiritual consultation should be able to point them out and also give you a direction and a solution and what things to do to break that cycle of the falling down over and over again. Bokor? So please, you people should wait because my screen is off and I can't see the question. So when the Bokor comes back, our technical manager comes back, he will come and do it, then I'll continue. Thank you very much. Please do the screen for me. It's gone. No problem. Yeah. So African art. So when you, oh no, that's Miral Nelson. So Miral, so you should get a real spiritualist who will do a spiritual consultation to find out the causes of the challenges that you are having, and then it will be solved. And then Why writes Admiral Nelson, sorry to hear that. I hope things turn around soon. Yeah, that's Why Rush sympathizing with your challenges. That's a good one. Thank you very much. Then Blackman says, thanks for answering my question. I had a very wicked uncle who is now late. So he is my ancestor. Of course, anybody who shared blood with you is your ancestor, whether they were wicked, they were murderers, they were thieves, or scammers, or whatever. You cannot say that because they are thieves or they were murderers or they are bad people, so they don't belong to your bloodline. They do. It is up to you whether to call them and give them drink or not to call them. So, but you cannot write them off and say because they were bad people, they are not your ancestors. They are. And then Black Man say, I cannot connect to him because we were not friends. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Means it is not that you pray to your ancestors. That means you have to pray to every ancestor that is on your bloodline, because there are people on your bloodline who were your enemies, and there's no way you should be praying to people who were your enemies. Because why do we pour libation to our ancestors? We pour libation to our ancestors because, Pawina, come in. I don't know how we can get this a little bit closer. No, I mean, can you? Is there a way you can zoom it in? Yeah, that's much better. So that even I'm far away, people can see me. Yeah, that's great. You did well. So it's not every ancestor on your bloodline that you need to be pouring libation to, because when we pour libation to our ancestors, we are actually empowering them to be strong in the spiritual world in order to empower us. So if there's someone in your ancestral line who was not friendly with you, who was very wicked towards you when they were alive, there is no need of you empowering such a person again, so that the person get power and be able to attack you from the spirit world. You know, when people are physically alive, and if they want to attack you, you know how to hide. But when they pass on to the spirit world, when they want to attack you, you don't even know whether they are about to attack you or they are not about to attack you. Whatever they are going to use in attacking you, you don't know. So you don't create a situation where you will be attacked by people who didn't like you when they were alive by empowering them. That's my advice. But in a case you do a reading and such an uncle or such a person comes through in the reading and say that you should forgive them, that they were sorry for the things that they did to you when they were alive, that they needed forgiveness from you, then of course you can forgive them. And then from there, you can pour libation to their memory in order to empower them so that they can help you on the physical plane. That's what it is. So, Black Man, if I hope that may clears your doubts and other things. And then we have Nati Forsen saying, pray for we have prayed and we'll still pray when we are done. Thank you. We have so many people who are following the host. And then we have what do you call it? Obapa Christie saying fine. Hello, Obapa Christie. Hope you are fine. Thank you very much for joining. And then somebody said love, no hate, saying hello. How are you? Thank you for joining. And then we have Oxford Cornelius. He said good evening, sir. Hello, good evening, Oxford Cornelius. Hope you're fine. And then Oxford Cornelius went on and said, please, how can you know that you are water child? I don't know how you can know that you are a water child, or whether you are a fire child or earth child or wind child. I don't know how you can know. But I believe that when you take initiation into Afa or into Ifa, There are certain energies that will be told to you depending on which oracle comes for you during the initiation, and that will let you know where you belong. And it is only that way I know. I don't know any other way. But a lot of people can tell you, oh, because you are dreaming of water every time, so you are a water child. That may not be very true. But when you don't know, you don't know. But we are all blind people, and we are walking. And one person who seems to have one single eye is trying to tell us that they know this is what the world is, and this is what we are going through every time. But in reality, you cannot know whether you are a water child or you are not a water child until you get initiated. Thank you very much. I think we are done with that now. Okay, we have Richard K. Lambon. Say, please, where are you located? Richard, how are you? Thank you very much for joining the section. We are located in Accra, Ghana, on the Spintex Road at African Magic Temple. Thank you very much. Then we have Brian 23. Say, why is your reading so expensive? Because I put a lot of money into knowing what I am teaching here. No, I'm not a church where people do donation and contribute to me. I don't take money from anybody if I don't work for you. I have a house to take care of. I have a shrine to take care of. I have children to feed. I have people that work for me and I have to pay them. Where do you expect me to get the money from? I get the money from my work. So that's why I'm expensive. And what I teach and what I do, I spend so much money into getting to those knowledge, and it wasn't free knowledge. That's why I'm expensive. And then we have Street Code saying hi. Hello, Street Code. Thank you very much for joining. Hope you're fine. And then we have Jerry say at Richard K. Lambon, Spintex, Coastal Estate, Bus Stop, close to Poga's Furniture. Very good. Thank you very much, Jerry. I'm grateful for that direction for Lambon. There. And then we have Dede say, thank you so much, Papa. Please, I have sent a message on WhatsApp to request some time with you. Okay, they will attend to you and they will alert me and let me know. Thank you very much for that. And then we have Richard K. Lambon. Say, Baba, please, I really want to talk with you watching from Holland. Okay, thank you very much, Richard K. Lambon. I was in Holland, I think last year. And then yeah, I went, and then we went from there to Bremen, and a lot of guys from Holland came all the way to Bremen to do a reading, and we did their rituals, and things have started working well for them, and some of them have already started saying their thank you to us. We are very grateful. About a year ago, and then things, their situations have changed from what it was before they met me, and I'm happy for that and for them too, and they showed appreciation. And then Richard Lambon say, hello, please read my message. Oh, we have just read it because we cannot jump the messages. We are reading, even now, we haven't even gone to YouTube or anything yet. People are still waiting there too. So when it gets to your message, we will surely read it. We are not ignoring it because it hasn't come to me yet. It may be in the queue. So when it comes to me, I'll read it. And then we have a MMC Molato said, Daddy, please, do you mention names of the people behind us in the reading? No, I don't mention names of people. I may give you direction and descriptions, but I don't give names of people. It is not necessary to know the names of the people, but some people may tell you that they know the names of people, but I don't. Then we have a black man say, I love you because you are very honest with your answers. Oh, thank you very much. That's what Africa Magic Temple stands for. We are very straightforward with whatever we do. We are not trying to cheat. We are not trying to deceive. We are not trying to blackmail people or take advantage of your innocence just because you don't know. No, it will not work well with us. We say it as it is. You either like it or you don't like it. We don't have a problem because we are not taking advantage of anyone. We are only teaching and teaching this thing for free. There's so much that goes into what we sit here every Sunday to teach. The monies, the light bills, and all this. You know, today we moved from our studios to the living room and we are in the dining room and doing this thing just because the air conditioner broke down. And for me to be able to fix that air conditioner, I need money. Nobody will come and say, oh, I am a air conditioner technician, so let me do it for you for free. No, it doesn't happen anywhere in the world. So if I don't charge you for the work I do, how do I get money to do all these things that I've been doing for almost 7 years now? I work for you and I work sincerely for you. When I present, you present your problem to me, I'll solve it for you and you will get results. And it is through this result that you get that will give you that happiness that you say, oh, I made a pledge to the spirits that when this thing happened for me, I will say thank you. Then you will go and redeem your pledge, and then I also get money to take care of my shrine. So, Black man, thank you very much. And then Richard K. Lambon said, Baba, please, I need your help. We are here to help people who need help from us. We are not the only spiritualists in the world. There are so many other spiritualists in the world that you can approach, and they can also help you probably. But African Magic Temple, we pride ourselves on being straightforward. We know we are expensive, and we are not shy about that because we invested a lot of money into it. It is only few shrines in Africa that you see people who are graduates, some with their masters, that are priests. So we have invested so much into it. So we are very proud of ourselves that we do it as it should be done. Thank you very much. So when you approach us, we will work with you to find answers to your challenges. And then we have Belinda Hagan say, I really want to see you. Belinda, I am always here. You can always see me. Call our number in our profile, and they will attend to you and they will book an appointment and tell you when I will be able to see you, because we have a lot of appointments and we can't see all the people in a day. So they will give you a date and then we will follow on that. Thank you very much, Belinda Hagan. And then Richard K. Lambos, I really, you need you, Baba. I am here, Richard. Your number, please. My number is already there in our decision, but they will still just pin it to the decision, and you can call and you will find someone to respond to you. Thank you very much. Then we are done with TikTok, and then we are now on YouTube. I think we have not been here the whole of today. Yeah, then you see, that's what I was telling that Richard, I wasn't reading his messages. So we have here from the top, we have Dodu Abi. Hello, Dodu. It's been a while. Hello, Baba. Good evening. How are you? Hope all is well with you. Yes, it is. It's been a while. I hope you're fine too. Thank you very much for joining today's live streaming. And then Dodu Abi said, please, what does it mean if you are in a completely dark room watching TV and then suddenly a bright yellow light flashes behind you for like seconds and vanishes? I am not very sure what that could be. If it is not flashing from the television or where you were watching the movie at, it could also be some spirits. I know we have what we call the Minana Ajay. Sometimes they come in the form of flash lights. But I don't know. I cannot tell exactly what it is. But it could be anything. It could be anything. It could be anything. So if I'm giving you any particular instant that this is what it is, I may be telling you a lie. It could be anything. Yeah, it could be a phone that you forgot that has lit up or something. Or maybe a flash from the movie or the screen that you are watching that has gone there. Or maybe your power just fluctuated and then it shows power fluctuation, and then it showed that it's just a bright light. Or it could also be something spiritual. It could be anything. So I can't pinpoint and say this is what it is. You need to, if you want more information, then you need to do a consultation to find out what that was. Because even me, when I have a dream and the dream is not clear, or I see things and they are not clear, I do consultation to find out what they are. Then Dodo Abi said the light was very bright and yellow in color. Yeah, it could be anything. You know, sometimes we say Miano or Minana, they come in the ball of fire, like a glowing fire, and then they disappear. I have had a video that I had posted a long time ago when a ball of fire was jumping on a train, the railway lines. It's somewhere in my I have to go back, but it's there when you see a ball of fire jumping from one railway track to another, and somebody was able to video it. It was very wonderful. And I have seen also by myself when I used to drive at night, the time I used to have my photo laboratory in the Volta region, and I will be bringing materials for the photo laboratory at night. And I'm just alone, and sometimes I see this big ball of fire in the trees at night, and they are glowing in the tree. And I know that place is a thick bush or forest where there is no electricity. So those things happen sometimes. There are so many spirits in this world with us, and we cannot know them all. It's solely until you encounter them before you know those things also exist. Yes. Thank you very much, Dodo Abi, for that. And Dodo Abi went, and no one else was there, and the room lights were never lit by anyone. Okay, could be anything. Could be anything. Could be anything. You should do a reading on it and find out what exactly that light was. And then we get to Togbe. We get to Togbe Jigbezan says, so I said, greetings and good day, Papa. Bokor Enuledo. Oh, Togbe Jigbezan Enuledo. Bokor Enuledo. Yeah, you know, for the last anyway, we have spoken. You told me what was going on, but you will be fine. I pray that everything will be fine with you. When you are on this path and trying to educate and help people, there's so much jealousy and envy that follows it, and people won't understand. You will be telling yourself that I don't have anything. I don't have money. I am not rich. I don't have anything that I am so proud of, or people should be envious of me. But definitely, even your own attitude towards life alone can create envy towards other people. Even though you yourself, you think that you are not anyone that anybody should envy, but it happens. Thank you very much. Hope everything is going on well with you. I'm grateful that you joined. And then we have our sister Amina Kasim say hello, Baba, and the team. Thank you very much, Amina. How are you? Thank you for coming to join today's live section. We are very grateful. On Clubhouse, there's someone who joined the Clubhouse called Ronald. Joined the Clubhouse. Ronald, thank you very much. If you are still here, thank you very much, and I haven't forgotten you. I'll get back to you. Thank you, Ronald. I'm grateful. And then Amina Kasim say, how do I pray to my ancestors after I have my son nicely set up in a bowl in my room? And also, what time is a good time to pray, Baba? Okay. Amina, that's a very beautiful question. When you have your bowl of sand set up in any part of your room, either under your bed or in a corner of your room, when you wake up, you can pray to your ancestors at any time. You can pray to your ancestors at any time of the day. But from my personal experience, the best time to pray to ancestors is to wake up at dawn when you have not spoken to anyone. And many people are still sleeping. And that's the best time for you to pray to your ancestors, because at that time, the human activity in the world is less and spirits are active. So you can follow the Muslim prayer time. You can also follow the Christian's prayer time or any other time, because I think it is because of that understanding that before daybreak, before human activity become plenty, that's why people wake up at dawn and make noise to awake other people so that they can pray. And then also the Christians will ring the bell at dawn so that people can wake up and come to church or pray. Those who cannot come to church can pray at home. So you can actually pray at any time of the day if you choose. But if you want to have very serious and positive effects, it's better you pray at a time that you have not spoken to anyone when you wake up. So that's what it is from my side. So thank you for that beautiful question. Then Dodo Abi say, thank you, Papa. I have been good. Thanks for asking. You're welcome. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see whether we still have anything on YouTube. We are now on Facebook. Back to Facebook. ReVodution Voodoo or African Magic Temple. Which one? We have back on Facebook African Magic Temple. Then we have Sena Kwame say, when you have a blood transfusion from another person, does it affect your relationship with your ancestors? That I cannot tell. But of course, the blood that runs in your veins that came from your ancestors cannot totally be gone, even if you have blood transfusion. Blood transfusion is only to add up some blood to whatever you have. So in reality, it shouldn't have anything to do with your ancestors. However, maybe the person whose blood you are sharing, their ancestors' also blood has started running in your system alongside what your ancestors had already given to you. So this could be the only thing. And since you don't know whose blood, who has given you the blood, then there's no need of worrying about their ancestors to pray to their ancestors. But if you know the person whose blood has been given to you, when you are praying, you can also call that person and say, oh, you pray to their ancestors because through them you also got life. That's all. Okay? So Sena Kwame, that's my answer. And then Sena Kwame went on to say, when calling your ancestors, can you use their nicknames? Yes, most people use the nicknames of their ancestors because that's what we call in Ewe Vodu, Jodu. Means those are the names that when people call them by, they respond. So Jodunko, that is okay. Nicknames are fine. There's nothing wrong with them. And then Senator Kwame went on to say, when you have a blood transfusion from another person, does it affect your relationship with your ancestors? I don't think so. It has nothing to do with your relationship with your ancestors because your blood was not totally drained from your body before another person's blood came in. So definitely, even a drop of your ancestors' blood inside you is enough to connect you to your ancestors. And then we have Mr. Eric Opoku. Just delete people trying to use platforms to cheat. Ghana. Let me see what it is first. Mr. Eric Opoku is I have MTN, Telcel, Airtel, Tigo, and Glow Unlimited Internet Bundle for sale. And then they put 8 giga, 20 gig G, 10 gigabyte, 30 G, and also, yes, Mr. Eric Opoku, there is not for advertising your business. I'm very sorry. We are very serious shrine here. If you want to advertise, go to Facebook directly and advertise yourself. Create your page and advertise. People will buy or patronize your business. You don't come on somebody's program and then come and start doing your business. Are you paying for me spending the things that I do here before you are trying to sell your product here? Yes, let's go on. And then we have Richard K. Lambong, who asked for, say, your number. Our number is in our profile. And then again, Richard K. Lambong said, okay, thanks. And thank you too for the question. And then Michelle said, hello from Uganda. Hello, how are you, Michelle? Thank you very much for joining our session. Okay, we have Angela Gani. Have we read it, the comment already? Because I saw it somewhere.
Yes.
So, okay. No, you have not liked it. Like the comment. I'm talking about Angie. Yeah, so it's a greetings, Papa. Hello, Angie. Thank you. Yeah, I think and Kari also, okay, yeah, once you click that, you have, we have read it, then I know. But if it's not clicked, yeah. Thank you, Bokor Saeed. And then we have someone with the, there's someone with that red. Okay, Montita. Okay, it was, I answered this one before even coming on the program. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so we have Elom Sugar saying, Elom, hello Elom, how are you? And then Elom Sugar said, good evening, sir. Hello Elom Sugar, good evening to you. Thank you very much for joining today's section. Hope you are fine. Then we have so many people joining, but they are not commenting. Thank you all very much for joining the program. We are almost at the end of today's section. It's already 5 minutes to 7 p.m. So we'll be closing today's section very, very soon. Okay, I think that we don't have any questions on TikTok. Check Facebook. If there's any question or comment there. No, we don't have anything on African Magic Temple. Check ReVodution Voodoo Education. I think we don't have any new thing there either. Okay, I thank you all very much for being with us for this short time. It's a very interesting day. That your questions were very, very, very interesting, and I believe that all of us have learned something from these questions. I'm grateful to all of you. I'm going to pour libation now, and then we'll close today's section. Oh, maduago. Tabu mama opete maduago. Mi awonye di difen poto, mi awonye kele manu poto. Viviti manu poto. Awudi dapa mechi ava. Abagle wudi kwe vi o dape me yo rak me yo mi da keke yo jaga. Ba gbodo vi me kuachi agbodo wozuma la omo tome. Okay, we have Kobe Bills saying, good evening, Father. I'm Kobe from Kintampo, and thanks for the teaching. You are very much welcome, Kobe. I'm grateful. Thank you. Otagwe mama me yo mi pete me yo abochi sakara kama chwa obe adogo kotokoli ronko kunuma ku egbe tobe yo ale achu o fran tamani o sis fifini nkuma bisinkra o kofito ojabaku o chotu akoficho hen kofi atra kable me yo mi kekekeke e yeme yo tobe ho tobe ba vodu to tora hwe boble manya sa pasa di kunyo hoto ko shinyo hoto kere ku me yo mi e nya tape me yo gogli be shi o to nu pe e me yo afana gonu afagbo ma jeso pepe tomaso le me eda pe avidi me yo pali gbe meji eku meji wole meji di meji loso meji ngoli meji abla meji akla meji buda meji sa meji kameji trupe meji tula meji lete meji che meji fu meji pal che tula me yo clever vire kama po toba de opo ma toba de ya de ma po ine dilu dagbe me do gbera me yo pete po mi egbe me yo pete be a question me yo pete le African Magic Temple follow emono vuna agbebe mono vuna lamsese mono vuna ngogbe yibe mono vuna akame beji je mono vuna kosra me mi lure kosra nyelo. I'm praying for all of you that this week should be a good week for all of us. Fana gonu Mayora Kakasi. Abuchi, Mayomilo, Dagbe. Then we have Elon says Sugar say Amen. And then MMC Molato also saying Amen. And a lot of pains, poverty doing. Yes, of course. Somebody is say a lot of pains. The poverty doings. Yeah, of course, poverty is there. It's also a spirit in the world. And if you don't know how to handle it, it will worry you. Then Elon Sugar saying Amen. And Michelle also saying Amen. Thank you all very much for being here. Until I see you again next Sunday, may the ancestors and the spirits of nature, and may God Almighty be with you and bless you all. Bye-bye.